Today, we're diving into one of the biggest and most ambitious infrastructure projects in the Caribbean, the Kingston Mega Port Expansion in Jamaica. This isn't just another construction project. It's part of a national vision to turn Jamaica into a central player in global trade, the kind of place where the world's largest container ships dock, unload, reload, and move goods across continents. But here's the real question. Can this small island nation truly compete with global shipping giants like Panama, Singapore, and Miami? Or is this expansion just a bold dream that might never reach full potential? Let's break it all down. To start, we need to understand where Jamaica's big dream begins, the Kingston Freeport Terminal Limited, or KFTL. This port already handles the majority of Jamaica's cargo and sits at the heart of Kingston Harbor, one of the deepest and most naturally protected harbors in the world. But Jamaica's ambitions go far beyond local shipping. In 2016, a 30-year concession agreement handed the port's operation to CMA Terminals Holding, part of the massive French shipping group CMA-CGM, the third largest shipping company in the world. Since then, Kingston has been on a non-stop modernization path. The newest step in that journey is the Westlands Expansion Project, a huge development plan worth around $80 million. The project adds roughly 15 hectares of reclaimed land to the existing terminal. That's the equivalent of about 28 football fields. And it's not just empty land, it's fully engineered ground for new container yards, access roads, and future facilities. Combined with earlier investments, total spending on the port's modernization now exceeds $500 million since the takeover. That's $500 million invested into one Caribbean port, a clear sign of how seriously Jamaica and CMA-CGM take this mission. The idea is simple: build capacity before demand peaks. With global shipping expected to double by 2040, Jamaica wants to be ready now, not play catch-up later. And the truth is, timing matters. As supply chains shift and companies look for alternative routes, Kingston could become the first stop for thousands of cargo vessels traveling between Asia, Latin America, and North America. So, what exactly does this expansion include? First, the most crucial part: deepening the harbor. The project will increase depth from 14.7 meters to 15.5 meters, which allows larger post-Panamax and even ultra-large container ships, some carrying over 14,000 TEUs, to dock without restrictions. Those are the same ships that sail to Rotterdam and Shanghai. Then there's the new hardware. 2 giant post-Panamax ship-to-shore cranes are being installed, each capable of handling vessels stacked 23 containers wide. These cranes cost millions, but can load and unload ships at a speed that puts Kingston among the fastest in the Western Hemisphere. On land, the Terminal Operating System, TOS, has been completely modernized. It uses fiber optic connections and AI-assisted software to manage the container yard, track each shipment in real time, and predict the most efficient loading patterns. The result? Truck turnaround times that have dropped from an hour to under 30 minutes. The port's total capacity will jump from 2.8 million TEUs to about 3.6 million TEUs, a nearly 30% increase. Storage space grows by a quarter, and the expanded layout eliminates congestion that used to slow down operations. And it's not just about size. The port's going green. With LED lighting systems, hybrid straddle carriers, and better drainage to prevent flooding. It's a blend of modern tech and sustainable design that makes Kingston one of the most advanced ports in the Americas. Now, let's talk geography, because Jamaica's location is its secret superpower. Kingston Harbor sits right at the center of major sea routes connecting the Panama Canal, North America, and Europe. A ship exiting the canal can reach Jamaica in just 2 days, and from Kingston, it's another 2 to Miami, 3 to New York, or 5 to Brazil. That kind of proximity saves shipping lines thousands of dollars per voyage. Remember, a single large vessel can burn through over 100,000 USD worth of fuel per day. Saving even 1 day of travel adds up fast. That's why Kingston could serve as a transshipment hub, where massive ships drop containers that get distributed by smaller feeder vessels across the Caribbean and Americas. The harbor itself is naturally deep, meaning Jamaica doesn't need as much expensive dredging as competitors like the Bahamas or Dominican Republic. It's also protected from heavy swells, making it safer during storms. Combine that with cutting-edge facilities, and you've got one of the most strategically positioned ports in the Western Hemisphere, a crossroads between continents. If you're enjoying this breakdown and you love exploring how infrastructure and mega projects reshape the world, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All right, let's keep going, because it gets even more interesting. Now, let's talk money. Because the real question is, what does this mean for Jamaica's economy? A megaport isn't just about ships, it's an entire ecosystem. Every container handled creates a ripple. It needs customs agents, truckers, warehouse workers, repair technicians, and IT operators. The expansion has already created hundreds of new jobs at KFTL. More than 450 Jamaicans have been hired directly, and over 600 operators trained, with some even sent abroad to share their expertise. And this is just the start. The Jamaican government is linking the port expansion to broader national development. Plans are underway to relocate the Kingston Pen Aerodrome, freeing up prime waterfront land for logistics parks, manufacturing, and warehousing. At the same time, Marcus Garvey Drive and other arterial roads are being widened and modernized to handle increased truck traffic. The idea is to transform Kingston into a logistics city, a Caribbean version of Singapore or Dubai's Jebel Ali Free Zone. Imagine foreign companies setting up assembly plants and packaging facilities right next to the port, cutting shipping costs and boosting exports. Even a 10% rise in transshipment traffic could mean hundreds of millions of US dollars in extra revenue per year, plus foreign exchange inflows from port fees and service industries. There's also a tourism angle. As Kingston modernizes and becomes safer and more efficient, cruise lines and business travelers will likely increase, bringing new revenue to local restaurants, hotels, and entertainment. So this expansion isn't just a shipping story, it's a nation-building story. But let's be real, it's not smooth sailing all the way. The first major challenge is competition. Nearby ports like Colón in Panama, Cartagena in Colombia, and Freeport in the Bahamas are racing to expand too. All of them want to be the region's top transshipment point. To win, Kingston will have to deliver faster service, lower handling costs, and zero downtime. Then comes financing. While the Westlands project itself is priced at $80 million US dollars, total modernization spending since 2016 exceeds $500 million US dollars, with another $50 million US dollars of upgrades announced this year. That's serious capital, and a lot of pressure to keep traffic and revenue high enough to justify it. There's also climate risk. Jamaica sits in the hurricane belt, meaning resilience is critical. Seawalls, reinforced cranes, and advanced drainage systems are all part of the plan, but extreme weather could still disrupt operations. And finally, there's the global market. Shipping volumes depend on global trade health. If economies slow down, container flows drop, and even the best port can see revenue dips. Still, the biggest risks often come with the biggest rewards, and Kingston's betting that its strategic edge will outweigh these challenges. So, what could the future actually look like if Jamaica pulls this off? Picture this. Massive 14,000 TEU vessels gliding into Kingston Harbor at sunrise, unloading thousands of containers under the glow of automated cranes. Within hours, smaller feeder ships head out toward the Caribbean, Central America, and even the Gulf Coast of the United States. That's the hub and spoke model. And it's how ports like Singapore, Rotterdam, and Dubai became global trade capitals. Kingston's next moves will likely focus on building logistics parks, digital customs platforms, and free trade zones where businesses can assemble or repackage goods before re-exporting them. This kind of value-added logistics turns a simple port into a national economic engine. Sustainability will also define the future. Plans include shore power systems so ships can plug into Jamaica's grid instead of burning diesel while docked, solar energy integration across facilities, and eventually AI-based traffic optimization to reduce carbon emissions. Meanwhile, Jamaica's workforce is leveling up. Operators and engineers are training with advanced machinery, gaining skills that will spread across the economy, from automation to data analysis. It's the kind of knowledge shift that could push Jamaica toward becoming a regional innovation hub, not just a transport hub. If everything goes as planned, Kingston could soon join the ranks of the world's great ports, not by size, but by efficiency, connectivity, and resilience. So what do you think? Can Jamaica's $80 million Kingston Port Expansion truly catapult the island into the league of global shipping hubs? Or will it remain a powerful regional player still chasing the giants like Panama and Miami? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.